This video is the third and last installment of my Newcastle journey. In this video I cover the Newcastle Ferry and the Newcastle Light Rail, as well as having a look at what has happened to the old Newcastle and Civic railway stations. After checking into my hotel on the Saturday, I decided to go across to Stockton on the ferry. The ferry departs from Queen's Wharf, which, along with the former railway precinct, has been redeveloped with plenty of bars and restaurants. The ferry only takes less than 10 minutes to get across the Hunter River. To do the drive would take much longer. On Friday and Saturday nights, the ferry runs well into the night. It's quite pretty seeing the cityscape catching the ferry back from Stockton. On Sunday, it's time for me to do some sightseeing before heading to watch my beloved Macarthur FC play against the Newcastle Jets. I make my way to Newcastle Beach, where the trams start. The East Newcastle and Newcastle Beach areas are rich in convict history. However, unfortunately, I do not have time to look at a walking tour that can be taken. Riding on the tram, the next station is Queen's Wharf. This is close to where the ferry takes you across to Stockton. You also pass the old Newcastle railway station on your way to the Queen's Wharf station. Between Queen's Wharf station and Queen's Wharf, you have the old Newcastle signal box, which is now being converted into a restaurant. Walking back up to where the Newcastle railway station once stood, you notice the rails, which appear to be where the old railway tracks were when they came into the Newcastle railway station. Moving even closer, the old platforms have been kept in place, but the tracks have been filled in. You can still see where the railway tracks would have gone. Newcastle Station was built in 1858, and the Newcastle Station building was built 30 years later in 1878. The area outside where the trains used to stop has now been converted to an event area called the station. Markets are held on occasion on this site, but the area has kept some of its old Newcastle signed seating. Old railway plaques and bells still stand in place. An art installation recognising the Newcastle Flyer steam train service sit at what would have been platform 1. The old buffers still remain in a similar place. As at filming, there is a water park covering where the old bus terminal was. Even the old destination boards are where I remember them to be when the railway station was in use. The station building is now used as shops and sent to management upstairs. At the time of filming, there is an art gallery inside the building. Now back to the light rail. Some of the railway corridor has fallen into disuse. I wonder what they will eventually do in this corridor.
Next stop is Crown Street. Arrive here for Hunter Street Mall.
I have decided to go for a walk a long way around to the next station. Newcastle has become a mecca for artists, and this is evidenced by the number of sculptures and artwork installations that have popped up around Newcastle. There is actually an art walking tour that you can download. So many things I want to do in Newcastle. Next station is Civic. In the Civic area, you have the council chambers and offices, the Newcastle Library and Art Gallery, and the Civic Theatre. Civic Theatre was built in 1929 as a cinema. These days, it hosts a wide range of ticketed events such as musicals and concerts. Across the road and tram tracks from the Civic Theatre is the old Civic Railway Station, which is now being used as the Newcastle Visitors Information Centre. Outside Civic Station is the sculpture of Joy Cummings. Joy Cummings was the first female Lord Mayor of an Australian city. She was Lord Mayor of Newcastle between 1974 and 1976, and from 1977 to 1984. Along with the Australian flag, Joy Cummings mandated the Aboriginal flag to fly over the Town Hall of Newcastle. In 1977, she introduced the singing of Advance Australia Fair in citizenship ceremonies, which was apparently also a first in Australia. The old Civic Station has been turned into a courtyard for the Visitors Information Centre and the Newcastle Museum. It is now known as Museum Park. Back on the tram, we get to Honeysuckle Station. Whilst the Sydney Railway Company was building the railways from Redfern to Parramatta Junction, the Hunter River Railway Company was building a railway to carry passengers and goods between Maitland and Newcastle. The original eastern terminus of the line was in this area and was known as Honeysuckle Point Station. Later, just Honeysuckle Station. While excavations were being undertaken in 2016 for the Newcastle Light Rail, these pillars were found, which are believed to be a part of the original Honeysuckle Railway Station. One thing I had only just noticed is the way these trams receive their electricity. There are no wires along the lines. But where the trams stop at stations, the pantographs reach up to a power source which recharges the batteries along the line. Last stop on the Newcastle Light Rail line is Newcastle Interchange. This is the same site where you can change for train towards Sydney and Maitland. There are proposals for the Newcastle tram to be extended. The current forerunner for the extension is to John Hunter Hospital in Newcastle's west. I did not get to do anywhere near what I wanted to do in Newcastle. There are several walking tours which I have mentioned in this video, as well as a few more that I would like to cover in the future. Well, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video, press the subscribe button and bell icon so you won't miss a video from the Travelling Trent channel. Bye-bye.